Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano. You know what? I've got something special right here. It's the Chandrila, of course it's Galactic Starcruiser, Chandrila Starline. What are they calling this? The Halcyon Starcruiser reflective shield. This is it's I guess a legacy shield. It pairs with this, basically. It doesn't pair with it electronically, but it kind of goes along with the legacy lightsaber from the Galactic Starcruiser, because it was part of the lightsaber training that we did while aboard the ship. Right? So, I'm going to get this thing open. First, let's take a look at the packaging and everything and get into some of the details on it, because you're probably like, wait, a lightsaber shield? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of a lightsaber shield, but not really. Let's take a look at some close-ups. Okay, look at this. Big old giant shield, Chandrila Starline Halcyon Starcruiser reflective shield with light and sound effects. Boom, it's big. This thing is huge. Ages 8 and up is what it's suggested for. Let me kind of turn this guy around, see if there's anything good. I do like the packaging, got the little dots and stuff there. Just kind of the Halcyon Starcruiser style packaging. Chandrila Starline Halcyon Starcruiser reflective shield, lights and sounds. Ooh, what are those little, those are interesting looking, whatever those little things are. It does use 3 AA batteries, just so you know. It comes with them, though. The price is not listed, which is smart on their part, because they're probably going to increase the price over time. Nothing, and I do mean nothing on the bottom. So I guess we can just get this thing open and see what it's all about. Now, I did briefly mention the price tag not showing what the price was. I believe this was $179. Now, I was fortunate enough to have someone pick this up for me. I didn't buy this when I was on the trip. I just dropped my little pinchers, little things, and they just landed on my foot. A, that makes this video official. And B, ouch. Okay, got him. Let's just kind of give that a little snipperoo. How did I did it backwards? I did it 2 different ways. Okay, those things are pinched off. Cool. Does it have a stand that it comes with? I'm going to have to open the whole package and see. Look, oh, this thing's heavy. This thing has some heft. Now, you may be wondering, like, what the heck is a lightsaber shield? Why lightsaber shield? Let me tell you, when you're on the Galactic Starcruiser, maybe you didn't watch my Galactic Starcruiser Adventures. Is that going to stay? Nope, it's going to fall. If you didn't watch my Galactic Starcruiser Adventures, then you may not know, during the lightsaber training portion of it, they actually gave us shields. So not everybody is using a lightsaber at once while doing the training. Notice my little saber here, my blade of exact 0. I'm just going to cut this thing open and double make sure there's nothing else inside this box before I throw it out, because you never know. Sometimes they do stuff like that. But during the lightsaber training, you may notice I'm dressed as one of the Saja from the Galactic Starcruiser. Kind of got my little Saja going on. I need to fix this. I kind of put a little button there, but it wants to keep popping open. I'm going to stab myself if I keep doing this. But don't worry. I'm a trained professional. During the lightsaber training, not everybody has a lightsaber at the same time. You kind of line up in rows. And during the first couple ones, it's cool. They're like, fine, they're going to shoot the little blasts, and you deflect them with your saber. And they're trying to teach you, I believe it's Sorisu, which is more geared towards deflecting lightsaber blasts. And after like the second and or maybe third round, they change it up even more. They're like, all right, now we're going to get a little bit more difficult. And they give you a shield. They have you go grab a shield from off the wall. There we go. Okay, so I've got... Yeah, man, that's just styrofoam. That's all this is styrofoam in here. I thought maybe there'd be a little something like a stand. Someone was mentioning a stand. Nope, there's not even a stand. You're literally just getting the shield. Now, this thing is heavy, and when you get it off the wall, they kind of hand it to you, and you're like, okay. You feel it for the first time, you're like, yeah, no, that's a hefty thing.
All right, Adam, there is one for you.
Oh, it's got some heft to it. That's not just a toy. That is a hefty shield. And this actually feels very similar. While only being in the lightsaber training for the 45 minutes or whatever it was that we were in there doing it, it's probably less. It's probably like 35 minutes when you really think about the prep, getting in there, and then them kicking you out for the next group. It was probably about 35 minutes. It was still really cool, and this actually feels right. just the heft of it feels right. The little handles on the side feel right. You can hold it like this. I can just hold it like as if I would a lightsaber. I remember feeling that and be like, yeah, cool.
Correct, Will. Thank you so much. Now listen.
It's got a good feel.
But you could also hold the grips on the side, and I do really like these grips. Anything worth note on here? No? Cool. Now you're probably wondering what's with the electronics. So there is a tiny little off button, or on button, I guess, over here. Whoa! There it is. There it is. Now you'll notice it's making noise. Now what if I... So, okay, before I get too far into what this is, you might be thinking, lightsaber shield, can I whack it with the lightsaber? It's not for deflecting lightsabers. It's actually for deflecting blaster bolts that got past the person up front with the lightsaber.
Carried into battle by the clone troopers. They are built to withstand blaster fire. You will see and feel the impact.
So, if they missed the saber, their little blast that came out and hit you, you would have your shield, and you would be like up, down, left, right, and you would get it in case it missed. So that's what this is for. This isn't really for smacking a lightsaber against. I mean, I suppose you could. It is plastic. Now, it's a mix of plastic and metal, actually. Like, this back piece right here, this is actually metal. That is, like, aluminum. But then it starts to get plastic on some of these portions. Like, this little bar right here, this is plastic. But then we get rubber. This is like a nice rubber in this part. Plastic on this ring. Plastic that's housing the electronics. Of course, clear plastic up here. More plastic. So it's mostly plastic, but where the part that you're holding, where the big weight is actually the metal. This portion right here, though. Got my little oily fingers all over it already. But this little portion right here is like a rubber. I can dig my nails into that, and I can feel my nails kind of digging. Oh, I left a dent. It'll heal eventually. But it goes hard plastic. Any of these darker gray parts are going to be more rubbery, with the exception of the outer ring. The outer ring of that same gray color is hard plastic. The orange part, hard plastic. So really, any of this darker gray is going to be that rubbery kind of feel. Everything else is plastic. But back to the sounds. So when you're in there in the lightsaber training dojo, you lift, you move it, and it does make noises like this. Notice it changes color to when it's blue, it turns yellow real quick. Okay? Now there's a button back here. You can kind of see this little circle right there. This is the on and off switch, this one right here, but the little circle changes color. Now it's green. Okay. What color did that turn? It's like a quick yellow? Yeah, it was like a very quick yellow. Let me change the color one more time. Red. Now so I can walk around with this thing being red. Turns green. Okay. Now it's yellow. Turns white. It's very subtle on camera. You can kind of see it. Okay, let's change color again. Now it's like a purple. It's very, very dim. That purple is super dim. It almost looks blue on camera. To my eyes, it looks very dim. Turns yellow. That's a very bright yellow, though. And then we have like a kind of a light bluish. Is that white? Is that just supposed to be white? It almost looks light blue in my... Turns yellow. See that? Okay, it does flash yellow. And then we're back to blue, which also flashes yellow. Just to kind of turn it around, let it do the thing. This is heavy. If I had a way to carry this around, I would carry it around. I was thinking about bringing it with me to Star Wars night. And now I'm like, yeah, maybe not. Now that I'm feeling it and I'm like actually holding it, I'm like, okay, maybe that's a little heavy. That's a little heavy to be just... If I had a way to like strap it to me a la like Captain America, I could just like go, stick it to my back or something. That would be one thing. But I'm going dressed as the sergeant. I'm dressing up as the sergeant. I need to put one more little clasp like right here. and that'll finish it off so it doesn't keep popping open like that. But I'm going dressed as a Saja. I got a couple more things to add to this costume. I've got my training lightsaber from the Lightsaber Training Dojo. I've got my shield. What else? I think I might bring SK. I'm ready to roll up Halcyon Cruiser style to the Star Wars night on May the 4th. I'm stoked on going. I'm like super, super excited on going. I can't wait. I like this, but similar to the Legacy lightsaber. Very similar to the Legacy lightsaber in that if you didn't go to the Galactic Starcruiser, if you didn't go do the lightsaber training in the training dojo, this won't mean as much to you. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, no, this means something to me because I held it. I was in the room and I did the thing and I held it and I like, this feels right. I was there. I remember it. It has that nostalgia factor. I feel like if you don't have that nostalgia factor, you might just be like, that looks cool, but for $180, maybe not. I, for one, really like it. It's, like, this is going on the wall. I need to figure out how exactly. I'll probably put 2 long things to stick out that'll hang on like that. But it's going back there on the wall. Like, it's going back there. It's part of a, like, permanent display in my room. I love this thing. Big, huge thank you to Justin Sonfield for picking this up for me. Because, again, I did not pick this up when I was there. I was like, no, I'll be fine without it. And within, like, a couple weeks, I was like, no, I need it. I need it. I want it. I want it because I was there. I did the thing, and I miss it, and I want it. So he was kind enough to pick this up for me. So huge, huge thank you to Justin Sonfeld for that. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's technically a lightsaber shield, but it's not. It's like a lightsaber training shield, right? It's used during lightsaber training. It's more for deflecting blaster bolts. But this is cool. This was in the concept art for Galactic Starcruiser from not the beginning, but at least August or September when they released like concept art of what the actual attraction was going to be. This was in there. It was in the background, hiding in front of us the whole time. And the weight on this thing just feels right. It feels heavy. It feels heavier than the lightsaber. And these lightsabers tend to be a little heavy. This one's on the lighter side. It is. Which is kind of nice. I'm going to be wearing that and bringing that with me. But this is heavier. Much heavier, actually. Kind of very cumbersome. I wish I had like a weight. Again, I wish I could just like strap it to my arm or something and not have to worry about it. And I would bring it to Star Wars Night. But I don't think I'm going to bring it to Star Wars Night as heavy as it is. Could you use this for actual dueling and smack lightsabers against it? This part would probably hold up, but it's gonna collect dings. Yeah, like from where I dug my nail in, it is kind of like already showing a little scratch there from it. It might self-heal in a little bit, but it is rubbery. But it will start to show the dings very quickly. I wouldn't recommend smacking this thing with a lightsaber as hard as you can. I mean, honestly, like with any of the things, even the Legacy lightsabers, sure, you can do some mild play fighting if you want to do some like brief choreography. But if you're an adult and you're trying to go full force, yeah, maybe don't do that with those. Maybe do that with a stunt saber. That's something that's meant for it. But light play, absolutely. You could do some light play, but I would see some scuffs starting to show up on something like this. It's a gorgeous display piece. It's cool if you've been there. For me, it gets a rad, but I want to know your thoughts. Leave them down below. And until next time, don't be a move milker. Be the spark.